Hello everyone. We are all indebted to Iran. The entire Zionist world, the entire non-Zionist world has been saved by Iran. God has chosen Iran for the world to end in God's time, not in Zionist time. We really need to thank Iran president, the generals, the army, because according to the Zionist Jew, they're all going to heaven and we're all going to hell. So if they cause the end of the world, we're all going to hell. So do they say. So now I have more time, because Iran just bought us some time. They woke up the entire Middle East and the world at large. And all they're doing is protecting their home. That's all they're doing, they're protecting their home. You cannot invade another person's home and say you're protecting yours. What the hell is the American ships doing in the Middle East? What are the planes doing in the Middle East? What is the Lincoln doing in the Middle East? You're protecting your home, but you're going to invade another person's home. And you're saying you're protecting your home. No, you're not protecting your home. Who strikes first? Zionist, America, they strike first. Trump the bully, he strike first. I think his name is Donald. I think it's Donald Duck. No. Donald Duck will never do something like this. I watch many cartoons. Donald Duck has never ever done something like this. Donald Trump, that is the guy. Donald Trump, the bully, that is the guy who started all of this with his Zionist friends. Because obviously he's the puppet. The only thing I'm worried about is his girl conduct. Is she okay? Because there was talk about a red carpet too. So I'm only worried about her right now. People, the narrative has changed. The world has seen the truth that with all the lies the media has hidden for decades and decades, the world finally has seen the truth. People like Susan Sarandon has come out a long time and spoken against the genocide in Palestine. People like Javi Bardem, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name properly because I think he's Spanish. He's Penelope Cruz's husband. I don't speak Spanish English, neither do I speak American English. I speak English, like Emma Watson. So, yeah. So on a point with Penelope Cruz. Penelope Cruz was gorgeous the day she was born. She was gorgeous growing up. She's still gorgeous now at 51. And she'll be gorgeous the day she dies. She's also known as Gracie in the movie 355. So, for all the atrocities that took place around the world, and especially Palestine, what can we do about it? What can we do about it? What can the Muslim priest, the Christian priest, Islamic schools, Christian schools, madrasas, all these various learning institutes, what can we do about it? God says in the Last Testament, the Holy Quran, this book is a guide for those whom I have chosen for my message. A book made easy to understand. No PhD needed to read and understand this, to understand what is said in this book. The Holy Quran, the Last Testament. Now probably you're thinking, how can the Muslim priest, Christian priest, mosques, churches, Sunday school, sheikhs, all these educational institutes, how can they help to stop the atrocities that is happening around the world? Now let's just speak about Palestine. For a long time we've been marching, praying, demonstrating, showing our support to Palestine. We've sent aid in form of food, medicine, daily necessities. And for many decades, this has been going on. All that's been happening was Palestine got a new name, Israel, and Palestine became all smaller and smaller, and this new name, Israel, became all bigger and bigger. So who's at fault? Who's at fault? We are. We are at fault. Governments of the world is at fault. People, citizens of the countries, we are at fault. Let me just explain to you something very abruptly, and I'm going to use myself as an example. Let's assume I go into a home, I invade the home, and there's a beautiful 16, 17, 18, 19 or 20-year-old girl, doesn't really matter her age, just a beautiful girl, young girl in the house. The mother and the father's in the house. I walk inside, I go inside the house, I take the young lady, I take her into a bedroom, and I use her sexually to please myself. A very barbaric thing that I'm doing. I wouldn't do something like that, but I'm just using myself as an example. So let's say I'm doing this now. In the room with a young lady, I'm using her sexually. The father jumps up, he grabs a placard, outside in the road, up and down the road, up and down the road. And the community, everybody come, everybody, the priests and everybody come, and up and down the road with placards. Stop abusing his daughter. Stop abusing his daughter. The mother runs. Sit down on her knees. Pray to God, please make this man stop abusing my daughter. Am I ever going to stop? I'm never going to stop. The only day I stop is if that father is brave enough to pick up a weapon or to pick up something, a baton, anything. And all the priests and all the people that is marching up with him and down the road, pick up a weapon, pick up something. Come and beat me up. Beat me up. That is the only way I'm going to stop. Other than that, I'm never going to stop. So this is what has been happening for decades and decades and decades and decades and decades. This is what is happening. The Zionist Jew was getting away with it. He's not going to stop. Because nobody stood up against him. Finally, they made a mistake. They bombed Iran. Finally, they made a mistake. And Iran prepared themselves exactly how God said you must prepare yourself in this last testament. Because God speaks about the Zionist Jew. And God says he's never going to stop. He's going to come for you. He's never going to stop. And the only way to stop him is to prepare yourself. And this is exactly what Iran did. All Iran is doing, they're protecting their home. Because the bully, Donald Trump, is using the American people, the American army, to fight the war for Israel. This is what he's doing. And it's not a war. Israel want to control the entire Middle East and the entire world and want the rest of us all to be puppets. This is what they want to do. This is how the Zionist brain works. It's not what I say, it's what God says in His last testament. So you need to prepare yourself. You know, every Friday, you go to mosque, you listen to a fantastic lecture, but nothing comes out of the lecture. All it is a fantastic lecture. Everybody go home, blood boiling, fantastic lecture. Nothing is done. Nothing is done. Now I'm not speaking to you exactly how I wrote the notes, because I want to look at you when I speak to you. So I'm speaking to you for how I just remember how I wrote the notes. So I'm probably going to leave out a lot of things. But I just want to get my message across, because I wrote a lot. So to get my message across, and to tell you how to prepare ourselves for this. Whatever we do and however we prepare ourselves, it's not to go in war, it's not to harm innocent people. It's just to live a peaceful life and prepare ourselves so that when the bully comes, when the Zionist comes, we are ready for them. The Zionists will do anything. 9/11 bombings. Guy goes to work. He pulls out a camera out of the drain and videos the aeroplanes going to the Twin Towers. Just that day, he pulls out a camera out of the drain, and that camera is like a massive camera that you make movies with. Obviously they knew about it. Obviously they knew about it. Why did they know about it? Because they planned it. Why did they plan it? It's because they needed an excuse to go invade Iraq. They told the whole world, this is Iraq. When they did it, when the Zionist Jews and Donald Trump and the American, all the Poland members in America, when all of this knew about this, they do this. They killed their own people. They bombed up their own Twin Towers to have a reason to go out and bomb Iran. You know why? Because your lives don't matter. Only the Zionist Jews' lives matter. Your lives don't matter. Your American president has killed so much American people because their lives don't matter. Send them to war. Go fight a war for Israel, a country that doesn't even exist. They took over Palestine and they named it Israel. So this is what they did. And you American guys, go out there and you fight. Now I'm going off track, because the next thing what I'm going to say is that surely every person that goes into army has either got a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, a wife, and he's got children. He's got relatives. Now the duty of each citizen of every country is to tell your family members who's in the army, don't go fight. Stop them from going to fight. They're going to go out there. They're going to get killed. And then you're going to get robbed. You know why? Because they're going to give you an American flag. And you're getting robbed because you're getting the wrong flag. They should give him a Zionist flag, an Israeli Zionist flag, because that way when he will go fight for Israel, he didn't go fight for America. And this has been going on for very long. Now, like I said, I'm going off track. So what I want to say is that all these institutes that I was speaking about, the schools and everything, every mosque, every church, every madrasa, every Sunday school, every school, government school, every private school, you must create an infrastructure on the premises of all these institutes that I spoke about. And from the ages of 15 to 18, girls and boys will use a gym, and the gym will be on these premises. We must create the infrastructure to build this gym. And the reason for this is to develop their bodies. So from 15 years to 18 years, you will be developing their bodies. From 18 years to 21 years, they will be taught combat, they will be taught how to use weapons, they will be taught how to go into war. This is what they will be taught. They are not going to be taught this to go kill anyone. They're only going to be taught this to protect ourselves. We're only going to be taught this to protect ourselves, not to kill anyone. For God says, thou shalt not kill. And God says, thou shalt not commit adultery. You know, we stand in the mosque. You have the priest in front. And behind the priest you have the lines. All the lines, it's called safs, the lines behind the priest as we pray. Now, why it is said that the people in the first two lines behind the priest, they get more reward when they stand in those lines to pray. The reason for this is because the format that you see is exactly the same format as when we go out into war. You'll find the leader in front on his horse. Behind him you'll find strings and strings and strings of followers, of people going out to fight on their horses or on foot. You will find them, and this is how they will go into battle. And the reason it is said that the people in the first two lines gets the most reward, it's because they will be martyred first. They will be martyred. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had to go fight, had to go into battle. He had to fight, had to go into battle. He lost many of his close companions in the battle. He had to do it. But where are they now? Where are they now? And where are we? So if we want to be in the company of the prophets, we must do as God says in this last testament. People will tell you when God speaks about fighting, He's fighting your nafs, your weakness like me. You can give me money, I'll give you money back. All your money I'll give you. You can give me property, you can give me anything, I'll give it back to you. And my weakness is, although my weakness is, don't give me your women. You give me your women to take care of. When you come back to fetch them after a couple of years, they won't want to come back to you. But you give me your money and your wealth, and you give me everything to take care of it, and when you come back in a couple of years, I will give you more than what you've given me. So my weakness is women. So, why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? Yes, because we spoke about nafs. So nafs means your weakness. Nafs don't mean, when God speaks about fighting in the Holy Quran, it does not mean your nafs. Certain sections it means your nafs, but there are certain sections that He speaks about, it means fight. Prepare yourself to go fight in war. That is to prepare yourself to go fight in war. See, the evil will never stop. The evil that is taking place in the world will never stop. The Zionist Jew will never stop. He will never ever stop. You can stop him for a while, but he's going to build up, he's going to come back again. So that's why you always got to be prepared for him. He's never going to stop. Evil in the world is never going to stop. Why evil is never going to stop? Is because in the last testament, God speaks about evil and good the same amount of times. And why did God do this? Because when God asked Iblis to bow down to Adam, he refused. God chased him out of heaven. God said to him his dwelling place is going to be on earth. And he asked God respite until the day of judgment. God granted him that respite. So his job on earth is to make us go astray. His job on earth is to make us go astray. And he's never going to stop. He's going to do that until the day of judgment. So for this reason we need to be prepared. For this reason we need to be prepared. Because the Zionist Jew and evil is not going to stop. They're going to come all the time. And they're going to come in a way and they're going to say, oh, make as if they are the ones that's been murdered. They are the ones that have been oppressed. Make as if they are the ones whose harm have been caused, as innocent as they can be. But like I say, they've lied in the media for many, many decades. But the narrative has changed because the world now sees the truth. And the world sees it's a Zionist Jew who has been a culprit all the time. All the time. All the time. And Donald, what's his name now? Donald Trump. He needs to sit down and watch Donald Duck cartoons, and maybe he can learn from Donald Duck. To all the people of the world, all the richest people of the world, as religious people, we're not bullies. We're not murderers. We're not terrorists. We are loving people. All we want to do is read our Quran, pray 5 times a day, fast in the month of Ramadan, go for Hajj if we can afford it, pay our zakah, believe in God, and respect all God's prophets. This is all we want. Get married, have sex, many kids. This is all that we want. My wife passed away 9 years ago. So for 9 years, I haven't been with a woman, but I just heard that Emma Watson is still single. So if Emma Watson is watching this, Emma Watson, I'm available. I'm 60 years old. I'm available. And all I want is, I want to get married, have sex, and many kids. If you're on the same page with me, call me. And why am I doing this? Because I love you. Bye-bye.